Alrighty then, here we are. Back doing a fun live stream. This time, it's a video game. It's probably one you weren't expecting. Unless maybe, like me, you were introduced to this game courtesy of the free Dave the Diver update. Fantastic update, by the way. It was so awesome. One of the mini games they tossed in, the card game and the people, undersea people, it was so good. And they knew it because they limited you to, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 plays a quote day in game. So they were like, you know, we know this is good. If people are playing, they're going to go play this over just Dave the Diver. So I'd encourage you to go buy the game, and it obviously worked, at least for me. So you may be like me trying to play the game and you're like, how do I play this? How do I play Balatro? So what is the game? Well, we'll just jump into a game real quick and I will walk you through the game. Let's do a new run. And when you first start the game, you can only play with the red deck and the blue deck. You haven't unlocked the yellow or any of the other ones yet. So the red deck, you get 1 discard, which I'll talk about in a minute. With the blue deck, you get 1 hand, which I'll talk about in a minute. And you can also only play on base difficulty. And you'll notice here, when I go to say the blue deck, I have beat the blue deck in white difficulty, the base difficulty. So I can play it in red stake, where it's small blind, blah, blah, blah. We'll get to that. And then I've also beat it in that mode, so I can play it in green stake, and I haven't yet beat it in that mode yet. Let's go ahead and we'll play this in base difficulty in blue deck, because that's probably the best one to demonstrate how the game is played. So here we go. So Balatro, it's kind of like a what do they call that game back in the day? Solitaire game, but like poker style, where you want to create hands to get the most points, and each round goes up. So say in this first one, I need to score at least 300 points. And then there's this skip blind option, and if I skip, I can get +3 to my hand size, which is the number of cards in the hand in the next round, which is this one, though I need to score at least 450. So, and then you can see here, skip on that one is a Mega Arcana pack. Let's just go ahead and play this one, and I'll show you how it works, because in this case, skipping doesn't even benefit us, at least at this point. Okay, so here's the cards you're dealt. On default, at least at this configuration, you get 8 cards per hand. We can play a total of 5 hands. So in 5 hands, we need to generate at least 300 points total. Now the fewer hands you do it in, you get more doll hairs here. So we have 4 doll hairs currently, which we can spend those once we have successfully completed this round. So initially here we can play, say, a 2 pair, or a pair, 2 pairs, and then, you know, not much else. But we also have 3 discards. Now each time you use a discard, your discard number goes down by 1. Each time you play a hand, your number of hands goes down by 1. Right, so let's go ahead, and what I'm going to do is, now, I have a theory here. We'll come back to in the next round. I'll come into my theory in the next round. I'm going to discard the 2s because they don't really benefit us. Okay, hold on. Before we do anything, you start in the default mode with a standard deck of 52 playing cards. So here's the full deck that I have at my my disposal. These are the cards remaining that haven't been dealt out and discarded yet. Okay, so I'm going to discard the 2s. the 10 and the jack for now. Okay, so we're trying to play for, like, dang it, we're getting kind of so the game, in my opinion, the game kind of, it has sort of like a risk reward. It feels like it values risk over reward in some cases. That's a theory. Let's do one more discard here. No, we're just going to play 2 pair. Let me show you how let me walk you through the scoring. So, you'll notice here, if, say, I played just the ace of diamonds, it would be high card, say, just like poker. If you played these cards, it would be high card. The highest card it would score would be this ace of diamonds. So you would get, in the ace of diamonds, or an ace is worth 11 points. 11, 10, 10, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4. You're smelling what I'm selling. So, if we played high card with an ace at the top, we would get 11 points. 11 points would go into this left-hand box, becoming 16. 16 times 1, we would get 16 points, leaving us very far away from our target objective. If we play 2 pair, it's a 20 times 2, and then it's also going to add in. So we're going to get 20 plus 7 plus 7 plus 5 plus 5 times 2, which is going to come out to, insert the Rodney Dangerfield gif here, 44 points. Times 2, 88. So we are 212 points away from our objective. And look, here we can now almost do, let's go ahead and do our last discard. Hopefully a 10, not a 10, no whammy. We're going to do 2 pair again. And now we need, here we go. We're going to do 3 of a kind, 30 times 3, plus 30. So you're going to get, 270, I think it is. Or 180, my bad. But it's enough. It's enough. Alright, so here we go. Now let's look at what happens. So the round's done. We're going to make 3 doll hairs off of the blind, 2 doll hairs for the money we had left, for a total of 9 doll hairs that we can spend. Okay, so here is where the game really starts to kick in, is what you'll quickly figure out here is it doesn't take long before you can't make enough points just playing card values to progress in the game. So how do you progress in the game? Can we go to the run? Can we show that in the run to the blinds? Say, for example, when they're above 600, because we can, I would say 2/3 of the time with nothing else, you can probably do the 600 pretty easily. But beyond that, you need help. So what do you get for help? Jokers, right? It's like when you were a kid. Jokers are wild. It's kind of like when I jacked Suicide Kings, blah, blah, blah. But on steroids. There are well over 100 jokers. I don't have them all unlocked yet. But the jokers do special things. And there's a wide variety of the special things. So for example, we started with these 2 cards that happen to be jokers, and there are some other different cards we'll talk about. So every card played counts in scoring. So for example, if we played a high card with 4 non-high cards, all 5 cards would count in the scoring, not just the 1 high card. Because normally only the cards that count in, say, a hand, 2 pair, 3 of a kind, blah, 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 count in scoring. Well, all cards you played count if we had this joker. This other joker here, we would earn 5 doll hairs if we discard 3 or more face cards. Now there's a lot of strategy built into this game, and I'll come back to it, because if we talked about it now, we would end up in a very long discussion too early for you. Okay, so another thing here is we can spend our money and we can buy packs. And this buffoon pack gives us an option to choose between 2 random jokers. which these are jokers, and there are over 100 of them. So let's go ahead and buy this buffoon pack because we want a joker. Basically, we want as many jokers that benefit our strategy as possible. And because jokers are random and there's so many of them, you kind of develop your strategy as you're playing the game. So from our 2 here, we get plus 100 chips. That's the blue side. Anytime we have 3 of a kind. Now, one thing to note here is the game is generous in that, let's say you have 4 of a kind. This card will also kick in because 4 of a kind includes 3 of a kind. If you play a straight, wait, that won't work. A flush that includes 3 of a kind, or a full house, for example, or any other way I'm not thinking of that includes 3 of a kind, you would get 100 chips. This one, Supernova, anytime we play a hand, so for example a pair, it's going to add a multiplier, which is the right side, the red square. So the more times we play a hand, the more multipliers we get. I'm going to go with this one. The other one would have been a good choice early in the game. This one benefits us as the game progresses. So for example, if we play a pair just over and over again, by the time we get to the end game, if we've played a pair 100 times, we're going to add 100 to this multiplier box, which is good. Okay, because it's harder to add to the right hand red box versus the left hand blue box. Okay, so we have 5 doll hairs left to spend. Let's go ahead and do this celestial pack, because this is a good place to explain what a celestial pack is and what a planet is. Okay, so in addition to jokers, which have a wide variety of skills, or whatever you want to call them, you have these planets. And there are other cards besides these 2 that we'll talk about as they pop up. But what planets are is, it's basically what they call the combination of cards you can play. Every card, every combination, say a pair, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, a flush, a straight, blah, 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 is represented by a celestial body. So, for example, Pluto is a high card. Uranus, 2 pair. I'll let you guess why they picked that. Mars, 4 of a kind, etc. So, a common one we're probably going to play out of these 4 is going to be Uranus. Right, so when we upgrade that, and we'll show you that here in run info, now this is level 2, so instead of whatever it was previously, we're going to earn by default, before any cards are added in, 40 in our left hand on side with a multiplier of 3 as the base multiplier. Okay. Now we can't buy anything else because we're out of doll hairs. Let's go to the next round. Now, if we skip this blind, we can get a Mega Arcana pack. Let's show you what that is, because that's a good place to talk about these and how skipping works. Okay, the Arcana pack. These are tarot, what they call tarot cards. These will stack up in the right side. If you buy them from the store, though played from packs, I think you have to play them instantly into this hand. So, for example, they do things like the Magician. We can select 2 cards, and it turns those cards into lucky cards. A lucky card has a 1 in 5 chance to add a plus 20 multiplier, which is this right-hand square, and a 1 in 15 chance to add 20 doll hairs to your bank. The Hermit doubles your money. The Tower adds a stone card. Stone cards add plus 20 chips and are basically nothing else. So if you played, say, 4 of a kind, you could add your 5th card if you had one, a stone card, and it would add 20 chips to your right-hand box. They also count as, I think it's called enhanced cards, and there are certain jokers that will add multipliers or other things based on the number of enhanced cards you have, for example. Wheel of Fortune gives you a 1 in 4 chance to turn a random joker in your hand to have either a foil, holographic, or polychrome effect. Foil adds plus 50 chips, so anytime If this was foil, anytime it was engaged, it would add 50 to the left hand. Holographic, anytime it's played, it would add 10 to the right hand box. Now the cool one and the one that you want for sure, even if it's a crappy Joker, if it's a polychrome, it's one that you want. Odds are good anyway. And the reason for that is it doesn't add 1.5 times this square. It multiplies whatever value is in the red square by 1.5. You might say that doesn't sound like much, but when you need to get things like 14 million points, you need the highest value possible in this right-hand square to successfully do that. And then say, for example, the moon. The moon converts 3 cards in your hand, any cards that you pick, 3 of them, up to 3. So you can't select 1 card, you can select 2 cards or 3 cards, and it'll turn them into clubs. Initially, and there are certain play styles where these cards do or don't benefit you, obviously. Though I like to think of them as desperation cards. And we'll come back to what we'll call desperation cards when we need a desperation card. So what we're going to play here is I'm going to turn 2 cards into lucky cards, and I'm going to make, I like to do low value cards as lucky cards because there are other abilities you can add to cards that I like to play on higher cards. But, you know, your play style will vary depending on, you know, your personality. So we got one more, heck yeah. So we don't want. Okay, so we'll play this one. It probably won't. Oh heck yeah, it did. Heck yeah, look at that, a polychrome. So anytime supernova, so this card we're probably gonna play the entire game now. And where this is cool is it gives us the ability to play. Wow, we like hit the home run. It must have known, like the devs must have like back end remoted in and been like, we got to give this guy a home run for his live stream. Because this card is awesome because there are so many different play styles, but with this one, any one we can cater to right from the get go. So, okay, so let's see here. What's gonna do? Well, no, we want to keep that's lucky. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's discard 7. Because if we get an 8, we can do 8, 9, 10. We're gonna discard that one too, and that one. Here we go. Discard those ones. Boom, boom, boom. A flush, right? Boom. Okay, so here's one thing that I should mention. This is I mean, it's not the best time to mention it, but so when I hit play hand, the cards are going to be dealt out into the play field in the order that they are here. What the game doesn't tell you, other than in a handful of cards, is you can actually drag cards around here. Now, while it doesn't benefit me at the moment to drag any of these cards around, there are jokers that you will get, and we'll see them soon enough, where their ability will say something like, for example, the first face card triggered will add a 2 times multiplier. Well, if I play this card and say the queen is out here first, that card would play when this queen triggers, but I could have other abilities like this 2 of hearts where it adds a plus 20 multiplier, and it's more advantageous if this plus 20 multiplier is added in before that 2 times ability kicks in. So what you would do is you would play this 2 and the 3, for example, and the 5, and even the ace, because the ace doesn't count as a face card in this game, before the queen, to make sure that any other values that you kick in, say before your face card ability kicks off, which doesn't apply here, but we're going to talk about it here so I don't forget about it later. So you see there, blah, 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 fired off, we're at 495. We can basically cash this one in on anything. We'll just play this full house so you can see how the scoring goes again. Watch the multiplier. This is going to be times 1.5 when this fires off. And now because we played a full house, the next time we play a full house, this thing will also add a +1 to this before the 1.5 then fires off for the polychrome stack on. So you got that going for you, which is nice. Okay, so the next round we can pick between the bull, which is going to add 2 chips for each 1 doll hair you have. This is a card where if you're going for like a big bank, you might say go for it. We're not going to buy it. 1 card into a wild card. We'll buy that. Okay, let's see. Arcana pack. We showed you those already. That's a tarot card. Celestial pack. We showed you. Celestial packs you basically always want to buy. Because the way as you get later in the game, you need to level. You need to have your hands leveled up. In my opinion, flush and straight and pair. You might think pair. Why pair? Pair is actually a really good one to level up because there are some very strong cards you can play in your jokers where you only need to play 2 cards and you'll stack on all kinds of multipliers. So we'll see what pops up. After defeating boss, gain 25 doll hairs. Not very useful. Well, I guess, it's not useful until we get down here, but we need more cards up here before then. So, re-rolls at next stop. Start at 0. So we're going to play both these. Okay, so we want to level up. So, for example, flush, we've played it 1 time. 2 pair 2 times, 3 of a kind 1 time. So the more times, for example, we play 2 pair. Right, we'll play 2 pair. Let me do these 2. So this one right here, we should get, watch what happens as we play that hand. We'll get more multiplier. See, plus 3. And then times 1.5 on there. So, and then if we do, say, 3 of a kind. See, a plus 2 multiplier times 1.5. So basically, with this card, we want to play 1 or 2 or 3 hands constantly and just ignore everything else. Even though it might look, in terms of poker sense, you know, because you barely know the game and you barely know her. You might think, oh, a full house is better, but there are going to be cases where our left-hand box for something like a 2 pair or 1 pair are going to be better than, in terms of a poker hand, a better poker hand. So 4 of a kind. Well, I mean, we want to up everything. Anytime you see a planet, in my opinion, you buy it. Standard pack. Let's look at what standard packs do. So standard packs let you add cards to your deck. And this is a good point to mention where your deck persists. So for example, we made this card a lucky card. This card is going to be a lucky card now as long as it is in our deck for this entire playthrough. This card is also going to be a lucky card. There are cards that let you destroy cards. If you destroyed a card, it's gone from your deck. There's cards that'll let you change cards, add cards. So now, for example, we can add between these 3 cards. A glass card has a 1 in 4 chance to get broken, which basically removes it from your deck. Though every time it's played before it's broken, it's going to add a times 2 multiplier. So whatever is in this right-hand square times 2 when it's played. Right, and then so because it's a 2, it adds 2 chips. So glass cards, when they're above your count, are, in my opinion, beneficial because they're basically just an extra multiplier option without removing your ability to get to straights and flushes and blah blah blah. So we're gonna play this one too because we need more jokers. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10, blah, blah. See what they basically set us up. We can go around the corner also. You can go around the corner, but not so far around the corner, right? They're not like, they're not very generous with how far around the corner they let you go. In my opinion, we should be able to, if you're going to let me go around with the ace that they say is 11 is 1, why not 10? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Anyway, so So the 3 is lucky. We're going to discard these 3. And odds are what's probably going to happen is we're going to get some other variation of 8, 9, 10 back. I was close. Anyway, okay, we're going to play... No, we're going to discard those ones. Oh, sweet. 3 of a kind. And with a multiplier. Oh, we should have made one into a wild card. Let me show you what wild cards do. So wild card's a good one to have in your back pocket as a... when you're desperate, right? Like if we were down to 1 hand left and we needed points, and it was like, ugh. So a wild card, let's see, 2, 3, 5. Let's discard a couple of these. All of those, just to show you. Okay, we're out of discards. So, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, well, we're going to play this pair then. Well, okay, we don't have a good spot to show you, but what it'll let you do is basically turn any card into one where the suit doesn't matter, where the suit can be any suit, which is beneficial for when you're desperate and you need to make a flush, or yeah, a flush out of nothing. Like you got 4 and you're like, oh, what? Oh, let me make this random card and now anything, and you pull like a flush out of your pocket. So that's what it's good for. Let's play this 3 of a kind. You can see the value of that 1.5 multiplier already kicking in. Okay, some different jokers. Adds double the rank of the lowest card in hand to the multiplier. So lowest card here times 2 adds to this square. Each face card held in your hand 50-50 to give you 1 doll hair. You know, they both kind of suck. I don't like those cards. Okay, let's do the jumbo pack. This is the best. Oh, wait. Okay, so if we had more jokers, this would be a toss-up. What a blue seal does is you can see what it says in the left box. When the round ends, if it's held in your hand and you have room, a planet card appears up here. There are jokers where they will add a times multiplier based on how many planet cards you've played. It's, in my opinion, one of the more powerful jokers. So these blue seals actually can be very, very useful. And then lucky, there is also a joker that will add a multiplier for every lucky card you've played, for example. So things like how many lucky cards you have, how many tarot cards you've played, how many planet cards you've played. There are jokers that add multipliers based on that. So something like this double stack card is actually very useful if you were playing one of those play styles. I'm going with this Knight of Spades with a +4 multiplier because right now we really don't have a play style defined, and we want the most we can get in this red box because it's harder to add to the red box than the blue box. And now we got to play our next round. Okay, the first hand, this would be like a boss round. The first hand is dealt face down. Here's my recommendation for how to play your first hand. The temptation is to burn through your discards and, figure it out. In my opinion, here's what the smarter play is. You play the left hand 5. The reason you play the left hand 5 is when the game deals the rest of your cards, watch what happens. Okay, we got a pair, boo hoo hoo. probably 50% of the time that's a king, and it gives you like a straight or a flush or a royal flush. But okay, so what it did here is now the cards that are left, because we have sorting based on rank on default, it has sorted the unknown cards in between the known cards. So now we know that these 3 cards are between basically a 4 and a 9, right? Because it could be a 9, it could be a 4, but it's something like 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Assuming we didn't already play one of those cards, right? So this is where, in this case, I would just discard these 3. So now let's go ahead and we'll discard this one. We'll discard these 4. Now we got, look at this, 3 of a kind with a full house. Let's make this one a wild card just because we can show you how that works. Now it counts as anything. Okay, so 5, 6, 7. Let's go ahead and discard these ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Make sure you hit the right one. And we're moving on. We probably wouldn't be able to move on without that polychrome effect, having only that one joker. Okay, so here is a good, this is a dilemma they put us in. Okay, throwback. Anytime we skip a blind, it's going to add a 25 plus 20.25, where it's currently at 1.25. So if we skip a blind, it goes to 1.5, 1.75, 2, etc. if we buy that one. And that's times, not a plus, but a times. So if we have 500 in here, it's 500 times 1.5, which is, you know, that's going to happen. We want that to happen. Okay, Midas Mask is a valuable card if you're playing a, because there are jokers that will add multipliers based on the amount of money you have in your hand, for example. And this will turn all face cards that you play. So if we played, say, a full house or 4 kings or whatever, it would turn all 4 of those kings into gold cards, which gold cards, when they're played, don't add anything. But gold cards, when they're held in your hand, is it the end of the round? At the end of the round, add 3 doll hairs, right? So it's a way to like build up your bank quick. We're going to go with this one. Throwback is one that's a good one, in my opinion, to have, especially to get early in the game where you can bank more blinds. So let's go ahead and keep on trucking. Ooh, here we go. We're going to skip this one. We're going to, if we succeed on the big blind, we'll get a free rare joker. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 3 of a kind. 3 of a kind is worth 30 times 3. Or 30 times 4. We're playing that one. We're playing that one again. Okay, and what we should do, well, it doesn't really benefit us to swap them. Okay, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is, so similar to down here how you can move cards around, you can move your jokers around. And what you want to do is, you want to make sure that your times multipliers are as far to the right, are to the right of your of your plus multipliers, or your plus additives, I should say here. So you want your multipliers to the right because it's going to play left to the right. You want your plus ones to fire before your times multipliers, and you want your times multipliers to fire in the order like least to greatest because you want to maximize the multiplier in your right hand box. All right, let's keep on trucking. 1, 2, 3, blah blah. We don't got much here. We're gonna discard all of those. We're gonna pause here for a moment. Alright, and we're back. What do we got? 10 Jack, Queen, King. Discard those two. Okay, we're going to play a pair of Jacks, and we'll show you what the glass card does. Okay, there's the glass multiplier. And see, it broke. So it's now gone from our deck, and we need 98 points now. We have one discard left. Okay, let's see here. 40 times 4, or... Wait. That's not an option. I thought we had an option for a flush there for a minute. 40 times 4 it is. All right, so keep on trucking. So here we go, the wee Joker. Gains +8 when each played 2 is scored. Not my favorite. I think this card's actually a better card. But because that one's free, we'll take it for now. Let's go keep on trucking. Spade cards debuffed. So basically, anytime we try to play a spade, it's not going to score, it's not going to add anything here or here other than whatever the default options are. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, boom, boom, boom. Let's go ahead and discard. Let's discard those two. Well, we should have kept the 2 now that I think about it. Oops. My bad. Discard 10. Well, we'll play this 2 pair because it helps our multiplier on that. I thought we had 2 pair. Thought wrong. Let's play that one anyway. Wow, that one's not very good, is it? Well, that one will do. Okay, so this joker, anytime an ace plays, it's going to get plus 20 here and a plus 4 here, right? So that's cool. You can see, boom, now that basically helps put us over the limit. Okay, we have a dilemma. How much is this worth? 4. Okay, well, it's not really worth that much, is it? We can get an Arcana pack. Plus 1 hand size is useful. A tempting one to get here is Mr. Bones. Mr. Bones is basically like if you lose a round but you're kind of close, you don't lose. You just survive. But it basically doesn't add anything other than that, which is it sort of handicaps you. And as you get farther in the game, if you're close enough to lose, well, the next round is not less, more, right? So, and if you lose, you don't really gain any money. So, in my opinion, the better play here is the paintbrush, which is going to increase not our number of hands, but the number of cards in our hand. Let me show you how that goes. So, we don't have any money, no reason to double it. We used to get 8 cards, now we get 9 cards. 3, 4, 5, 7, and you can just imagine how useful that is. Let's go ahead and discard that. Oh man, that one had potential there. We're gonna play 2 pair again, because at least it's gonna up this multiplier. Lame. Alright, another 2 pair again. Okay, we got to keep an eye out for one that adds a multiplier for 2 pair now. Paying 2 pair a lot. Oh, we're out of discards. So we'll play these 2 pairs. That's probably enough. Yeah. Okay, ooh, steel cards are good. Buffoon pack. Let's buy the buffoon pack. That's a good one. This is a better one. 1.5. I'm going to move it like that though. Okay, this will rotate. So it's like hearts. Next round it'll be something else. But every time, let's say a card of that suit is played, it's going to multiply by 1.5 this value. That's what we want. Okay, +3 hand size, 2 discards per hand. We're going to skip that blind. Up that. It benefits us to skip it, right? So, here we go. 2 random discards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we didn't do any hearts. I should have paid attention and put the hearts in. I wasn't thinking. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. This is a good one. Okay, so watch here. We're gonna watch the power of the ancient Joker. Watch this. Watch this number here. See, that's how your values start to really climb. Is as you can get this right hand number to get more multipliers. Not so much the plus count, but the multiplier. Like, yeah, you want to add to it, but you want to add to it and multiply it. Full house flush is better. But we're going to buy them both because we have 8 doll hairs and we only need 6. Alright, I'm going to play the next round on... Oh, here we go. We're going to skip the blind. What's this? We're going to play that one. I'm going to play this one with the mic muted while I eat some snacks that are a.k.a. Keebler's Toast and Peanut Butter Sandwich Crackers. A nice, wholesome snack. If they want to sponsor this stream, I'm all for it. But it's not sponsored by them, unfortunately, right now. That last one was a good example of the multipliers kicking in. See that one hand. What's this here? Oh, here we go. Every time. Oh, that's a good one too. Okay, so bye-bye. Let's buy this one too. We might not use either one. Because basically, we want to up this. So, okay, yep. So unless we get like something crazy in this pack, we're gonna end up skipping all those. So let's do this Arcana pack. Let's do better. Any way we can increase this number, the multiplier, that's what we want to do. And planets are a cheap, easy way to do that. Lose $1 per card played. Holy shnikes, we gotta be good. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, the 9's wild, so I'm not going to play the 9 because if I need to do a flush again and I only have 4, the 9 can stand in. Oh, and heart, hell yeah. See this heart multiplier kick in. Boom. Done. Okay, we're gonna beat the game. We're gonna beat this round. Odds are good we're gonna beat this round. Walkie-talkie. +4, +4. Aces. Okay, walkie-talkie's good, but it's a toss-up. It's, in my opinion, it's. We're probably going to play more aces than 10s and 4s. That one doesn't benefit us. Celestial pack. You always do celestial packs. We're going to do the flush. Might as well do the standard pack here. Ooh, holograms are good. A hologram with a gold seal. Oh, and, oh heck yeah! I forgot we got this. We need to add those. Okay, yeah, we need to do those. $5 per skip. We'll give 25. Yep. Cards played previous. Okay, we're gonna skip that one too for a double word score bonus. Here we go. 10 multiplier, 3 when played. Diamond. We don't have any diamonds. That's fine for now. Oh, it doesn't really benefit us to move it around. I'm gonna play a couple discards. Well, we didn't get lucky like I was hoping. Okay, we might be in a smidge of trouble. Let's see, Jack, Jack. 9, 10, Jack, Jack, 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's do that. Let's play our last discard. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. We have 2 hands to make our goal. We're going to need a lot of diamonds. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play these 3, even though the queen's not going to get scored. I want to draw as many cards as I can to try to complete either a straight or a flush in that run of cards there. This will do. That's a plus. Be better if they were diamonds. Which 7 times 60 or 80 times 10. That's the better one. And we'll get that ace multiplier. Alright, as they like to say, this one is for all the marbles. Be better if it was diamonds. Yay, we made it. That one was close. Eked it out. Okay. Okay, spectral cards are useful, but we don't want to give up any. Ice Cream's a good early game card, not a very good late game card. We haven't got a spectral pack yet to show you what a spectral pack does. Let's play this one. We need to add cards to our deck somehow. Steel card, increase rank. Steel card is good. I like them on low cards though that I'm probably not going to play. Steel cards add up 1.5 times if they're in your hand when you play a hand. Celestial pack. We get to pick one. Okay, we're playing flush and 2 pair the most. Roll. Okay, Fibonacci. Anytime there's an ace, 2, 3, 5, or 8, it adds a +8. Is that better? Okay, so aces here add +4, aces here add +8. So that's actually better for us. And you basically always buy planet cards. So uncommon, common, uncommon. Okay, we're gonna. We're gonna keep that. I don't really use consumables that much. Re-rolls the boss roll. After play or discard, always draw 3 cards. That's actually not a bad boss roll, so we're gonna keep on trucking. Okay, we want to play hearts if we can. 7, 9. Boom. Is there a wild? No, no wild. 10. Let's discard 10. Okay, this is gonna be a. We're gonna get aggressive with our 1 cut off. Son of a biscuit. I knew it was gonna happen. Always do that. Let's play that. Okay, so I'm gonna move the king here. And you're like, why am I moving the king? Because I want this multiplier, the +4, to add in before the king plays, because the king is going to trigger the ancient joker. The ancient joker is going to trigger a ×1.5. So it's more beneficial to have the king played after your +4 adds in. See? Boom. Right, we need to get 35,000. It's like 88 miles per hour. Man, it'd be sweet if we had the joker that let flush straights happen with skipping a card. Because we could do this and skip it too, but even better if they were hearts. But we'll take the, you know, boom, Fibonacci kicking in. That's not bad. Boom. This will be a good one. Okay, we need to add cards for our 1 joker, whichever one it is. That's the better one. Let's double our money. Money is definitely more useful because we can re-roll and buy planets, and we get the option of potentially getting better jokers. Okay, basically our only card we're going to consider, unless we get like a polychrome or something else that adds a times, like a ramen or something, is this Fibonacci. And the Fibonacci is a good one because it's going to add potentially +8 every time. So we need something that's going to add +8 or better to replace it, which this is only going to do. Well, if we had a build where we had what they call negative jokers, which negative jokers, they basically don't count towards your joker count. So if we had a lot of negative jokers, this would be a good one to have, which we don't have, so. But we're going to buy the planet card, and we're going to keep on trucking. Okay, we already got a double tag, so no reason to... Okay, we want to keep that in our hand, ideally. See, if we could go around, strong around the corner, we could do the king, ace, 2, 3, 4. But not today. We're going to keep that in case we need that pair, a desperation pair. We need spades. Okay, 3 of a kind's pretty good. Spade, spade. Let's play these. Let's play these 2 pair. The steel card benefits us more to keep it in our hand than play it in the 3 of a kind. Wow, that one was kind of crappy. 9 times 8. Not well. In this case, it actually doesn't, because we're going to also add that multiply. Okay, we're gonna play it that way, and we're gonna get spade action. So okay, the diamond joker, this would be all right, except basically this one's not. It's not better than what we already have. So, but we need this to add more cards for this joker, and we're gonna pick this one. We might as well do this one. Creates the last tarot card, the Earth. Okay, well, yeah, we like that one. Yeah, we'll use that one. I mean, we got basically free money there, so we might as well use that one. Who knows, we might get some good consumables later. Nope. The first hand of the round is a single. 6. Destroy it. That's kind of a crappy... I mean, I don't know. Like we're not playing a high card deck, so that's not a joker that benefits us at all. That's a very, very limited use case joker, that one. The Serpent. Okay, so we want to do like ace, 2, 3, 5, and 8s. No, discard? No. Oh, I should have moved that around. Hopefully hopefully we'll be alright. Oh man, that's a dilemma. We're gonna play the three of a kind. No hearts. Yeah, we're gonna play the three of a kind with the king and the jack in there, just to try to give us something else that plays better. Oh man, so that lack of the discard thing is really catching up to us at this point. We got three hands. It's gonna be tough. Okay, we're gonna get bold. This is probably it. This is likely the end of the road. We'll see if the game gives us the lucky draw. Here we go. I want the hearts to fire last. Oh, we made it. Heck yeah, look at that. Survived. Survivor. Season 1. Balatro edition. Okay, so we have 31 doll hairs. Nope. Nope. I'm surprised we haven't got any negative. Reroll the boss one, who cares? The bean's good early in the game. Nope, skip. Certificate's good also early in the game. Okay, this is sort of like a wild card, like hold it in your back pocket, like I was saying earlier. Sometimes you get desperate, and in your 11th hour, it might come in handy. I mean, if you got, space, you might as well just hold on to it. Multi-cards are always good. Alright, let's go into the next round. Man, we really need to... What? We're skipping this one. Very large blind. Look at that. So we need to be able to score 300,000 points to win this run. So the question now is, do we think in the next run making 5, 10, 5, 6, 7, so probably 8 doll hairs, are we going to get random jokers sufficient to maybe replace one, or do we skip the blind? No, okay, so we basically have to play this one, because if we skip it, we go into this one as we are right now. We got to play it. Because otherwise these don't benefit us. So gotta keep that just because it has some use as a glass card. We can discard those 3. Yeah, the game is like giving us 2 pairs this whole playthrough. 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 10, Jack, Queen, Queen, King, Ace. Two into multi-cards. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Well, they said 2 ranks. That's 1 rank. I feel cheated. Shenanigans. I call shenanigans. Multi-card, aces are gonna fire off a +8. Club times 2. Club wants to go last. Let's do it that way. Boom. Order makes a lot of difference. So like if you're like not paying attention to the order, you can miss out on like tens and hundreds of thousands of points. So now we got to try to maximize $24. Oh, we got to reroll too. So stone card, neither of those are very useful. That's definitely not useful late game. Not useful. We might as well. Oh, here we go. Foil card. So, I mean, it's better than nothing. Reroll the boss. 10. Well, we're fine with this boss. Let's go with the jumbo. I mean, a 300. It's a little late now. We already committed. So let's do the lucky card. Or the wild. The wild is actually better in this case. We're going to need all the help we can get going into this last round. Creates a random tarot card. 2 random tarot cards. Use this one. Hold on to that one. 3. Okay, well, with some desperation cards. Plus 20. Adds the sell value of all jokers owned to the multiplier. Not better than what we have. So, let's creates the fool. Okay, well, we're going to the next round. Here we go. 300,000, all or nothing. This is good timing. This is like the perfect spot. The good one to end the live stream on. If all or nothing. Jack. 8, 9, 10, Jack. I don't want to give up this steel card. Three discards. Hold on a second. Hearts. Flushes or... Okay, flushes are level 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what we're going to play, I think, is... We're going to do this. Oh, I must be reading that card wrong. I thought it's supposed to go up 2 ranks, not 1 rank. That's twice it's got me now. Oh, wait. This one. Okay, so 100 times 8 or 95 times 12 sounds better. Alright, now we just need to do that 2 more times. 3 discards left. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 60 times 7. I don't know if that's going to get the job done. Spades. We need spades. How many do we got left in the deck? Kings and queens are going to be common. With the very large blind, we basically have to make all these count. 275, 1.5, 1.5, 2.25. Okay, so I wasn't paying attention. We should have moved that to the right sooner. Okay, let's go ahead and play this straight here. It's probably only like 20,000, but if we're lucky. Oh, that was a lot more than I thought it would be. So, 9, 10, Jack, boop, boop, boop. 6, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6. I'm going to hold on to those 2. I was really hoping not to give up that 7. The lucky card too. Okay, well, that doesn't help us. That sort of sets us back. But we got 1 discard left. We're gonna save it. go for all the marbles. Dun dun dun. Drama intensifying. So, the question is, do we try to go for a flush? Can we go for a flush? 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go for a flush. We can go for a full house. Do we go for the flush or the full house on our discard? Dun dun dun. We should put it to a vote. Let's put it to a vote. I'm gonna wait till let me see how far behind the live stream is to the. What do you think, chatty chatters? There's like 3 people watching. Do we play for the straight or the full house? I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to, or a couple seconds to chime in here. We need 8,355 points to win the game. Cast your vote now. Show my deck. Okay. This is the card. The cards that we have remaining are the cards not grayed out, almost see-through. I feel like we should settle this by coin flip. Where's the lucky quarter? Survey says this will determine if it stays the lucky quarter. It could be chat's lucky quarter. It could be our lucky quarter. We'll never know. Or will we? So we're going to play for the flush. Today's quarter is a 2023. Holy shnikes. It's the quarter whose name is hidden in the gal's shirt. Holy shnikes. Hovidar. Man, I'm sorry if I got her name wrong. Here we go. Playing for the flush. Heads we get it, tails we don't. Survey says it's a heads, we're probably gonna get it. Here we go. We're gonna hold the aces as our ace in the hole. Oh shit, I hit the wrong button. Son of a biscuit. We just totally lost. That's my bad. Too bad we can't do over on that. Ugh. Wish those buttons were a little farther apart. Defeated by Violet Vessel. Well, that makes sense. We would have won that one too. We would have won that one. That was a pretty good run. That's a pretty good run for. What was our play? We were on blue deck base difficulty. That's a pretty good run right now. Yeah, it is what it is. It's only a game. Let's see if the Chiefs are winning. That's a game where we actually have $1 on. Holy shit, the game is tied at 17-17. Harrison Buttkicker made a 40-yard field goal to make it 0-3. And then Rashad White, 7-yard rushing. Chase McLaughlin made the extra point. DeAndre Hopkins pass from Patrick Mahomes for 1 yard. I think that paid me like $6.85 because I bet DeAndre Hopkins would get a touchdown in this game. Cade Otton pass from Baker Mayfield. Chase McLaughlin 47 field goal. And Samaje Perine pass from Patrick Mahomes. Let me see. I think I had Patrick. No, I didn't bet him to get more than. Yeah, no, we're good. Survey says. Oh, okay, the real question is. I'm totally going to butcher this guy's last name. Oh, Dalton, Keck, Neck, Knight. Only got 1 3-pointer in the Lakers game. Lame. Can they let the Pistons come back to win? What the French toad? Oh, I guess they won the whole game. 675 we got off that Hopkins touchdown. Heck yeah. You could probably guess I only bet like 50 cents or whatever. So, who just got a touchdown? Oh, Dia Hopkins just got another touchdown. We should have bet 2, I guess. Anyway, that's probably a good spot to end our live stream on this whole Debbie Downer loss to Balatro. That's it. This game, it's addicting. It's a good thing you can't play this game in casinos. People, they'd probably lose like a crap ton of money. Because like you start playing around, you look up, you're like, it's 11 o'clock? What the hell? Like we played that one run. And yeah, I like explain some stuff running through it or whatever. Hour and a half. It would have probably only been like 5 minutes faster if I wasn't telling you, explaining all the stuff going through. So like, hour and 20 minutes in a card game. It's a good thing there was no money on the line because, man, we would have lost it all to, was it Violet? So, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your night. Good luck on your bets. Hopefully you didn't bet real money on us to win because you would have lost your money. That's why we don't recommend that.